I actually had a bit of a scuffle too in that same pile. Got a bit scratched up. I had a guy by his collar on the ground. I started getting dragged off, and we were all in like a centipede.
Human centipede.
Choke out longer. Love one of those.
He's an amusing character. He just kind of thinks of stuff and then he says it out loud. I don't think you should have said that, but it's really amusing.
I've never seen someone run so fast. It's actually quite scary.
He's a big goose.
He's a big boy and he moves.
I'm going to say Newcastle to finish top 4.
Come on now. More or nothing.
Hello and welcome to season 3 of Maul or Nothing. We are back, boys, with Ryan and Max. And coming up very shortly, we will have none other than Max's brand new teammate in the shape of Scotland's superstar utility back, the Swiss Army knife that is Tom Jordan. Great to have him dissect some of that pre-season that's been going on. Before we do kick in, finding out all the shenanigans the boys have been up to over the summer, shout out to our wonderful sponsors, NordVPN. Give them a go. You know why. You know why you want to. 4 extra months on the 2-year plan. You give that for free with our code MAUL, Maul, nordvpn.com/Maul. Ryan, I know you've been using them. You know you've been using them.
I'm using it all the time. I do use it a lot. I use it a hell of a lot. It is very, very good across all my devices, from my iPhone to my iPad to my laptop. Max, do you come across any like websites now that require you to put like passport details and sort of driving
passport details
and verify your age and things like that? And you're ever like, oh no, I don't really want to do that.
No. HMRC, DVLA, what are you talking
Not whilst
about?
I've been surfing the web, no.
Yeah. Well, I've had a couple of mates that have come across that issue.
Certain obstacles,
A few of my mates say, oh, I don't want to put my details in there. And so I say, well, guess what? Use Maul 10, MAUL 10.
No 10, just MAUL, just Maul.
MAUL, sorry. And go to, if you get yourself NordVPN, because you can then pretend you're somewhere else and you don't have to do that. It's very, very handy indeed. So yeah, if you're one of those blokes, one of my mates that's struggling with those, jump over, get yourself NordVPN, because I use it a lot.
There we go.
For not what my mates use it for. I don't use it for what my mates use it for.
No, of course not.
No.
I mean, we don't know what your mates are using it for, but
no, we don't know. You're not being clear, but you know, if you did want to clearly or not clearly use it, nordvpn.com/Maul. You know,
dark web.
Safe Sherman tanking. You're welcome from us. Right, let's. Hello, guys.
Boys, it's good to be back. It's been weird. I've missed you a lot. I feel like I've got a lot to get off my chest. I also feel like this is therapy, isn't it? Do we feel this is therapy?
Yeah, I usually come out of this feeling better about myself. Yeah.
And I reckon the listeners do as well. Make sure that I guess they're all very happy we're back. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you leave a comment. Show us how happy you that.
Oh, you could comment on Spotify now as well. So comment on there.
Bloody hell!
Help the algorithm on Spotify as well. And actually,
drive the algo.
Can I just say to our wonderful regular listeners and those who are coming back as well, and those who are joining us for the first time, on the podcast version is out always before the YouTube version. So if you really want to get a sneak peek ahead of time, just listening to us, head over to however you get your podcast, Spotify or Amazon Music or Apple Music, and there you go. We will be there. We are there ahead of time, and then later on, you get to see our beautiful shining faces on YouTube as well.
Boys, this season it's going to be bigger. It's going to be better. We're going to have guests like you wouldn't believe. We're treating them already with a superstar in Tom Jordan, but we're going to be changing it up a bit, doing some different stuff, doing some challenges. We're also going to throw in a few new segments as well. We've got some more sponsors coming on board as well towards the next few months. But we're going to throw this one in later on in the show. We're going to do just 5 minutes of anything. I know we do it already, 5 minutes of randomness. But each week, myself or Max will choose something random to talk about for 5 minutes. We'll set a timer and off we go. So make sure you stay tuned for that bit. Maxi boy, though, Bloody hell, it's good to see your beautiful face. How's the rig? How's pre-season? How's the injury? Has it been tough?
It's been all right. It's been frustrating. So some complications of the injury. It's not rehabbing as well as it should, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Nothing to worry about. What else have we been up to? Yeah, it's just
Engaged?
usual, mate.
Yeah, engaged.
Get engaged.
Engagement party.
You got engaged. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Mark, thank you very much for your wonderful present. That was too kind, by the way.
I was only
Lauren really appreciated it.
What was it? Hold on, I didn't know you bought people engagement.
Oh no, he bought like this mental Fortnum & Mason hamper in like a nice wicker basket thing. It was truly luxurious. It was.
Me and Bex got married 10 years ago, Mark.
Yes, your 10-year anniversary. I forgot to send that. You got brownies, didn't you, or something? I'm sure.
Oh, the hash brownies you sent, yeah. But Max, how's it? Yeah. So, did we ever talk about this? I'll be honest. When we finished the last, had I got back from Australia yet? Was the last episode in Australia? I can't.
In
remember.
Australia, yeah.
So, Max, we didn't reveal that, did we? That you were.
No, so I got engaged whilst I was in South Africa. I
on safari.
Got up nice and early. No, I should have done it then, but it was like there was too much family around, so I sort of like, let's go for a sunrise in Cape Town down to this beach. Anyway, it was winter, so obviously it was overcast, but we made the best of it. She was trying to figure out where the sun was rising, and then whilst she was looking, I sort of took the knee, as you do. And then she turned around and started laughing at me. And I was like, that's good enough reaction.
Does she know how long you've had the ring for? Or?
Oh, yeah.
So does she know about...
Yeah. The boo-boos. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy we can finally tell this story. Are we allowed to tell it on here?
I don't...
No,
yeah,
okay.
Go on.
Let everyone know about it. Basically,
keep it nice and short. Where you might have forgotten the ring.
Basically, I forgot it a couple of times when I was meant to have it. And like when you're driving towards the holiday, and you're like, and I'm just in there like thinking, and then I've realised I've forgotten it. I just have like this kind of Tourette's outburst. She'd be like, "What's wrong? Are you okay?" I'm like, "Nah, yeah, fine. I think I forgot something at home." And then that just looms over you during the whole holiday.
You know that feeling when you forgot something? Yeah, forgotten like maybe an extra pair of pants or my phone.
I left the lights on. Yeah.
An adapter, but no, the actual ring.
Like
you're meant to be going to
an artifact of sincere emphasis. Yeah, I know.
Oh, that is so good. That is so good. Where did you put it when you went? Did you put it in your hand luggage?
I checked it in.
Oh my
God!
Mark,
I genuinely sometimes I cannot. You just checked it in, did you?
I can't, because I've heard of people that are like, oh yeah, I was so panicky and I had to give the person the old wink, say it's a, or they put a note on it saying there's a wedding ring in here, don't get it out of the bag.
You
just went and checked it on your way to South Africa.
Brilliant. BA, look after this. Cheers. I know you're good at it.
Max,
you're good for that.
You actually joking me?
I can't. Maybe I carried it on. I can't remember now.
Rewrite history. He checked it in. He checked it in.
Ultimately, it got onto a digit, so all is well.
That's it.
That's true.
Indeed.
That is true.
Well, boys, I tell you what, my summer was big. It's taken a few weeks to get over Australia. I am so happy I'm home. I'll be honest. I am so happy to be back just to the land of normality. I've actually stayed off the beers quite a bit. I've been pretty good. The only real big one I had was a few weeks ago, Mark, when me, John Bartley, Finn Russell headed up to Glen Eagles with a wonderful man called Connor Olsen, who's the managing director, who sent a car to get us, Max. We got there for this golf day. There was a bar on every single hole going around Glen Eagles. But not just that, you do your drink on the hole. So, like, for example, Moish Ondon, first hole, you had to have 3 glasses of champagne, not one. Next one, Whispering Angel, you'd chin your wine and then you'd take one with you. So by the end, 27 drinks going around the golf course. I barely remember the back 9. So I only had one big blowout, but that's it. The season is upon us. The Prem starts this week. The URC is back this week. Here we go.
I want to mention one thing. It's Joe Mac's wedding, right? I get a video call some ungodly hour with the time zones. And there's a bloke sitting on a chair with a live goat. And it turns out that bloke is Ryan Wilson. He's got a goat, a fully grown goat, with horns and all, like alive, very much alive, sitting on his lap. And I was like, "What is happening at this wedding?"
Oh,
Do you remember that? Do you even remember having a goat?
Yeah, I remember the goat. I do remember the goat. I'm actually trying to find that. We won't show everything. If you are listening to this, you can head over to YouTube and go and have a little watch of this. But what is funny is I look back at the video. There's someone has obviously FaceTimed you, right?
Sam Leslie Miller's FaceTime.
Sam Leslie Miller. Have a look at Max just down in the bottom corner. Look at Max.
It's Wilson and a goat.
Cat with a goat.
Goat in a
Put a towel on him, though.
Why have you put a towel on the goat?
Keep him warm.
Just keep him cozy.
He was happy. He was fine.
He was fairly chilled out goat. Actually, he wasn't really worried or irate about the situation.
He was a friendly goat.
Very friendly goat.
Listen,
goat.
It was big. But on that note, as we said, here we go. Season 3, baby.
Well, we are delighted to be joined by the brand new Bristol Bear fly half utility back, a man of many skills and talents in the shape of Tom Jordan. Hi, Tom. How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on, lads. Glad to see you're having a good time already.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. We've had a few complications. First show back, Mark's realised he doesn't have internet, but he is using his VPN, NordVPN. Thanks very much. The poster boy of is it still called the Gallagher Premiership? Is that what it is this year?
No, Gallagher Prem. No, just Prem.
Oh, sorry. Okay, Gallagher Prem. Literally, look at him, the poster boy. I can't go on Bristol Bears social media anymore without that handsome bastard's face being on there.
I thought you were going to say you're blocked.
No, him and Rees-Zammit are the shiny Charizards now. They're Pat's shiny Charizards. EJ and
yes, there it is. Like, and even like the hair, like they're not a piece of hair out of place on every post. I'm looking at.
This is called the thirst fade. It's the new wave.
The Clark Kent.
Give us a little look. Just give us a little twist. Little. Out.
What a guy!
Max, before he speaks, we haven't had a proper catch up. I haven't asked you too much. What I want Max's take on how's he been, Max? How's he settled in before he gets to have his little say?
Man, he's ingratiated himself very well. He's fallen in seamlessly, unlike LRZ. Unlike DJ's just all good vibes, absolute golden human, golden soul, the Midas touch. It's been an absolute pleasure. We've had some escapades.
Thanks, Max. Yeah.
We've had a couple of adventures. And it's been interesting and very, very eventful.
One thing that's for sure is he didn't need Lewis Rees-Zammit to make him look as good as he actually is. I backed him. I vouched for him, said he's a good boy. I knew he'd come down here. Tommy boy, how's it been?
Mate, it's been unreal, to be fair. Just getting, like, all the boys have been class as well. Like, but the city's unreal. Just similar. I feel like it's Scotland-esque as well, sort of West End Glasgow vibes, some nice cafes, restaurants, a lot going on. All the students are back now, so it's so busy, but some good stuff around. The boys are class, and then obviously the facilities and everything at the club are pretty good as well. So Maxi today utilizing them pretty well. So it's been awesome so far. And then obviously last week played the game, but yeah, pretty excited just to start ripping into the game zone. Pretty keen.
What's the one massive difference between Glasgow and Bristol? Is it the facilities?
Yeah, it's quite new. I think before it's just like it's just your own place. You know what I mean? I think with Glasgow, you had a lot of like other people coming in there because it's with the council and stuff like that, sharing it with a lot of different departments.
Don't flag it off too much, mate. Like I'm still
well, I'm just you said that's the difference, you know what I mean? Like
Bristol's pretty special.
What's that?
They're spoiled down at Bristol. You boys are spoiled.
Yeah, I would say, the lads I'd hope they wouldn't take it for granted what they've got, like it's a pretty good setup. But nah, no one's come across two sport yet, so but maybe in a few months we might see,
Hey, what's Max been like? Has he been looking after you? Has he taken you under his wing?
He has a little bit. To be fair, Max has had, I'm sure you know all about a little injury that's set him back. So he's maybe been a bit less energetic, than maybe he would be regularly. So to be honest, I've just been trying to cheer him up as much as I can and just make his day, because it's not all smooth sailing at the moment. So yeah, but onwards,
Oh, that's very kind of you, TJ. Yeah, do you notice my melancholic moods at the moment? But yeah, it's all good. He's been lovely. A lovely shoulder to cry on. Big, strong, burly shoulder to cry on.
If you had to, who is your other than Max? Because we'll say you're closest. Who have you probably warmed to the most? You're allowed to pick 3 people if there is 3.
3 people. Oh shit, no. To be fair, when I first came down, I had Rich Lane. He's a good boy. Been showing around. Yeah, getting the lay of the land. Another boy, Woosty, Sam Woosty. He's a good boy. And then probably Dunny as well. Those are probably the main 3 I've been sort of hanging out with, and they've been showing me around and stuff. So I'd say those 3. But then there's a big crew of boys who are just pretty social, always going for coffees and catching up, which is actually quite nice. So if you ever need anything, you can just reach out, and there's probably 5-6 people ready to go do something, which is quite cool. So,
and the one biggest wanker.
You got to do that in 3 seasons. You got to do that in 3 seasons.
No, I don't want you getting in trouble. I don't want you to.
These are the edit out ones.
Okay. How about you look like you had that pretty fun jaunt in Portugal, right? Where you guys kind of headed off. What good vibe, getting to know everybody. How did it go down? Everybody do all right?
Be very careful here, TJ. Tread carefully here.
For those that are just listening to us through your headsets, Max is leaning very close to the camera.
Yeah, Max referred to it as Guantanamo Browns,
took some souls.
which was quite funny. But yeah, we were thrusted into these villas and got to know each other pretty quickly. We have about a week there. Yeah, we had some good experiences. A bit of mental resilience sort of training on the Thursday was quite tough. We had a few drinks on the Wednesday, and then Pat had us pretty early swimming on the watt bike, doing all sorts. So took some mental fortitude to get through that day. But I think we all came through a lot stronger, a lot more connected, which is, what you want from those trips. So we got there in the end, but it was tough, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Like Max, is that because we did that before? The Vern Cotter would encourage you to go out and piss on the Wednesday just because he knew what he was going to do to you on the Thursday. Was that the case?
Yeah, pretty much exactly.
Dangled the carrot, and we all took a bite.
Go and have a laugh, guys. Go and have a laugh. Enjoy yourselves.
I heard Wilson, I think you had a few good stories from there back in the day, was it?
I do. That is Poogate.
Some skeletons.
Poogate is all over. There's a few people that know about.
You got a few skeletons out in Browns, eh?
None of my skeletons. But I can confirm that Browns was pretty brown. Did anyone get it seriously wrong, boys, over there?
There was some interesting. Yeah, achievements were unlocked, to put it that way. Do you know what I mean? Not always the best financially.
Yeah, maybe
morally, ethically.
Maybe these stories, they might come out in the public in a few months' time, but for now we'll keep it under wraps.
Yeah, can we just get the first game of the season out of the way, please?
Yeah. Some scandals.
But thankfully, everyone was safe and sound by the end of it.
Max, what? Because I saw some social media clips of what you were wearing on the way there as well. What was going on there? Was
Mate, I was on. Yeah, I know. And I looked back at that image. I was like, I didn't want to put my nice hat from Tuscany in the case. You know whose that hat that is? That's Dave Cherry's. So I ended up stealing Dave Cherry's hat. I think me and him have swapped hats at Magnus's wedding. But then I had another wedding the next weekend in Toulouse, and I wanted to wear that hat, that lovely Panama hat. So I donned that, but I didn't want to put it in my bag, so I just kept wearing it. And I happened to be wearing a vest, jeans, and
like a Yellowstone character.
Mark,
Yeah,
have you seen these posts? Here, I'm just about to show it now on my camera, but I have a.
But I was wondering why.
No,
I was trying to work out.
I'm in my hat era now. I'm in my hat era arc. I also bought a very fetching leather Bushman number in South Africa at my brother's wedding. Yet to put that out there though.
But Max, everyone else is wearing full Bristol kit. You're wearing jeans.
No.
Weird earthing shoes, a vest.
No.
Is that an Olympic gymnastic bag you're repping?
That is also an Adidas Olympics bag. I know. It kind of. I never competed then. Don't worry. What I will say is, I was coming off the back of a wedding in France, and I was meeting the boys in Portugal. So I was flying from Toulouse.
It's casuals.
So I was in my casuals.
And so no one else, Tom, was he just rocked up? So is this the case?
I reckon that's a good.
We rocked up and he was waiting in the arrivals bit for us.
Yeah.
Full Yellowstone kit, ready to go.
Oh my god, that is so good, so good.
So happy to see all of you. Yeah.
Did you go out the whole week? And then it was out and then pre-season every day, then out, then pre-season? Or was there just one massive night?
Oh, no. Oh, well, I don't know. I can't speak for everyone. I think there were a few stealth missions taken upon the people who can sort of train optimally with a little bit of an afterglow, a little
decent
bit of
ops.
But Wednesday was somewhat of a blowout. People got overexcited. Scripts visited. Chaos ensued. It was glorious. We're just old school, just a good old-fashioned bender. Woof!
That's what you need. That is all you need. Boys, talk to me about pre-season last week, because I saw a couple clips. I saw your old mate, LRZ. What did you call him? LRZ?
Zandog.
We just call him Zandog.
Zandog. I seen Zandog getting a bit aggro. How was pre-season match, TJ? And who's let him loose? Is everyone just giving him full on shit? Were they?
Yeah, they were pretty vocal. The crowd. He scored a try, and he hit the double. They started booing, and he hit the double air, and then he sacked and started itching his head and holding his head.
Abort mission.
We're only 12-0 up. He's like, I probably shouldn't do that just in case. So that was quite funny. I actually had a bit of a scuffle too in that same pile. Got a bit scratched up. I had a guy by his collar on the ground. I started getting dragged off, and we were all in like a centipede dragging. We were getting dragged along. Which was quite good. So yeah, everyone. It was quite aggressive, but it was good to get a bit of that testosterone release, get out the system. But no, it was good vibes. Good to get a hit out, and yeah, I'm sure we'll be better for it after the weekend.
Who have you boys got this weekend? Does the Prem start this week or next week?
Prem starts this week. Got Leicester at home at Ashton Gate on Sunday afternoon. So a long turnaround. So today we're just recovery focus, and then build into the week starting tomorrow. So,
and you played 15, didn't you? Because I did see in the run sheet, Mark. I like that. What were you calling him? The penknife?
Yeah, the Swiss Army knife.
The Swiss Army knife, because you can do loads of different things. Not a penknife because you get folded in half.
Penknife.
But the Swiss Army knife. Playing 15. AJ McGinney at 10. Is that going to work out this season? Are you going to get a bit of 10 in there?
Yeah, I think a bit of 10 as well. 15. I think 15 early on, more just keep learning the system and stuff like that. And I think AJ came back as well earlier than expected with the USA stuff. So I think he's straight in, which I think before he was probably going to be away for a little bit longer. So he's straight back in, which is good. And then I can just learn the system more, I think, at 15, and then hopefully play some games at 10 and stuff like that. It will be good. But you know me, bro, I just enjoy playing rugby. So happy to go wherever.
I love the code.
TJ, have you been surprised by any? I mean, I'm sure all of the squad. There's a lot of talent in there, but anyone in particular, like, oh shit, this guy's really good.
Yeah, I think. Well, to be fair, all the backs are really. I mean, I'm around the backs a lot more, but well, I'll give the forwards a shout out. I think the forwards actually all really skillful. To be fair, they smash the skills like passing and everything like that, and it actually shows like really well. Like you can call anything, get the ball on a dime, especially Maxi, just sit there.
No, bro. The minute I get back, those standards of the no looks back drop right
We go
down.
set piece focus.
Pat just puts up with it. He's like, fuck, go down. Dyspraxia incarnate.
But I mean, all the backs as well, like BV, Gabs, and then when Lewis Zamdog came, he's actually, I've never seen someone run so fast. It's actually quite scary.
No, it is real. The tales are true. Like,
yeah,
he is by far the fastest.
Yeah, and he's like 100 kgs as well. So
he's a big goose.
He's a big, he's a big boy, and he moves.
Beauty, yeah.
So that in an athletic feat, his speed, and then to be fair, Maxi's strength. When I've seen him in the gym, as we know from social media, but damn, get the sauna with him, holy.
Broiler chicken vibes, yeah. Slowly.
So Rees-Zammit, boys, we reckon he is mental quick. Quickest player you've ever seen on a rugby field.
Yeah, I'd say up close and personal. He's pretty fast. So just try and get him the ball in a bit of space, and I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, he's running like 4.5s on the 40 meters, 4.6,
Yeah.
4.6. So that's like on sort of the 40-yard dash. He could get down like, well, we saw what he did, but mate, he's really fast.
Yeah,
very, very quick. And on the GPS, like it's like 10.5 or something mental.
Yeah, just like always. Never saw just like 10.5.
Yeah. Always, they don't time very much. You always forget, and you forget how young he is. He's only 23. But yeah, he's an amusing character. He just kind of thinks of stuff and then he says it out loud. I don't think you should have said that, but it's really amusing. He's a great kid. He does have a certain charisma about him, which I enjoy.
He's actually like really close. He formed a bit of a bromance with one of the young Welsh props, Trevor. Who just like, you would never think that they were like, but they were joint at the hip, all Portugal, and just like carpooling together. I think they've been going on double dates with them and their girlfriends and stuff like that. And
it's super cute. It's so cute.
So cute, yeah.
They were like throwing Muay Thai elbows at each other on Wednesday night as well. Do you remember that? He was just banging him every time he walked past Rees. Just have that Muay Thai elbow back at the start.
Like, Max was saying he can't go anywhere without everyone wanting a picture with him, a selfie with him. He's missed big time.
Oh, I'm not sure. I haven't seen that, to be honest.
Max saw it in the airport, but maybe.
Oh no, you weren't there. TJ hadn't arrived at that point, but yeah, at the airport, it was out of control.
Man. Yeah, but Max, remember when we had him on and we all laughed a lot about how unmedia trained he was, and it was just, we asked him a question and he gave it straight. He was just slagging off that Lions tour, Warren Gatland's tactics, and we're like, this is great for us.
To be fair, Mark, he's actually tempered that, but it's still there. You know what I mean?
But it's good. He's still refreshingly open, right?
Yeah, no, 100%. He's very frank. It's quite refreshing, actually.
I just want to ask one more thing. Like, Max has given us stories about Uncle Pat's meetings going on for quite a while. He doesn't hold back, Max, on here, but you don't have to give too much away. Have you had the old mic'd up sessions in the barn yet?
Yeah, I think that's just a normal weekly thing.
So he does it every week, Max?
Oh, yeah. So he hasn't even got the mic. So now he's got like a
like an earpiece, like
a rogue
Or like
leader.
Backstreet Boys, like he's like
Yeah.
yeah,
like a
yeah.
No, like
dancer,
you know,
brilliant.
like he's doing a seminar kind of vibe. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that
Talking.
was just like a one-off. I was like, what
No.
is he doing?
To be fair, the acoustics are shocking in that. So it actually is quite helpful. Because the only problem is when he like calls you out, you don't know where he is because it's obviously on the speaker.
Yeah,
You're like
and it's
trying to
on
look
speaker. Yeah,
with the master body. He's like, where is he? He's everywhere. He's watching everything.
And boys, just we're going to touch on it. Like, we obviously won't keep you for too long, but Tej, in terms of playing in the Prem, you won't have played at a huge amount of the different grounds. Where are you looking forward to playing? And is all the chat this year around Newcastle Red Bulls? Is that what's going on?
yeah. Well, it looked like their first game the other week had a massive crowd. I saw some video of them chanting like some new chants and stuff, which is quite funny. Yeah, I think. Well, Ashton Gate, I think will be class, like sold out. I think when they get the derby games, that's what all the boys have said, like against Bath and Gloucester, like the Westland derbies and stuff. That will be pretty cool. We've obviously got the game at Principality this year. I think it's against Harlequins, so that'll be cool. It's quite similar to like the Glasgow Edinburgh games, like sort of at Murrayfield or at Hampden last year. So it'll be quite cool having that, like quite a big crowd at like a big stadium. But then away games wise, I'm sure I'm pretty keen on like the Bath game. I think that would be cool. Just because
Up against
literally
Finn.
the boys can't stop talking about like the rivalry of it. And like there's a young boy, he's from Bath. They're like, where are you from? Bath, like the whole squad just start booing him. And it's like they're actually like the rivalry's like quite good. So I'm pretty excited to play that. And then yeah, I'm not sure. To be fair, just try all the fields out. I heard like Saints has quite a good ground as well. And then I played at the Stoop before against Harlequin, so that would be quite cool to play there again. But yeah, I think all the fan bases seem like they get quite big crowds. Like Glasgow are playing Bath the other weekend in pre-season, which was their first pre-season game. So I popped down to see some of the guys, and they were just about sold out their stadium down at the Rec, which was, yeah, you don't really hear about that in pre-season. So seems like there's quite a good buzz and the fan base is quite good. So I think regardless, it'll be pretty busy most games. So I'm looking forward to that.
You've had an interesting journey, ultimately ending up in you know, Glasgow with Ryan Wilson, but growing up in New Zealand. You've got to say there seems to be a big disconnect in between that story. So tell us, high school and then what happened sort of in that middle part that essentially had you ending up over on this side of the world.
Yeah, I went to Orewa College, which is about an hour north of Auckland. Pretty not a massive rugby school, but had a few like players here and there sort of come through there. I went down to Waikato Uni after school, which is down in Hamilton, sort of where Waikato and the Chiefs are based. Did uni for 3 years there, played for Hamilton Old Boys, and then finished uni. And it was sort of like one of the coaches actually said, "Oh, you should go overseas and get some experience playing in the UK," or like because I was playing 10 at the time, so it was be good for like your development and stuff. So came over, got a friend of a friend, or family friend had sent a guy over to Ayr previously, and they had just become semi-professional with the Super Six, the Ayrshire Bulls. And that was going to be a 6-month season. So I was like, oh, I'll pop over, do like 5-6 months, and then come back to New Zealand for the New Zealand season again. Was in about 3 months, and then COVID happened. And I'd come in to train when Dave Rennie was still at Glasgow for a week or two. That was when Wilson was there as well. Came in for a week. So that's sort of like, I sort of got on the radar then for like a week or so. Went back to New Zealand. Everything was locked down in New Zealand pretty bad. And it was like, right, get a job and try and play club rugby. And then all Glasgow sort of came back and said, hey, we're going to be training full time again. Do you want to come back? And like, if you come back, you can train full time with us. So I was like, full time rugby or go and work. I was like, oh, full time rugby sounds pretty good. So I came back over. That was, yeah, I guess sort of back into COVID, and then was just training full time. And then, yeah, slowly built up from there over the last, I guess, 4 or 5 years. Yeah, probably 4.5 years from there, just built up through Glasgow and then eventually started playing, and then that sort of leads us to now. But yeah, it's a bit of that whole COVID period was pretty hectic, I know, for everyone. So yeah, glad it sort of worked out how it did in the end.
So it was never a designated path in a way. It was all just go out, do this, get a bit of experience, like literally like half a gap year in the UK, come back and then fight for a Super Rugby contract or something like that, right?
Yeah,
So,
I think because I was sort of on the cusp of like NPC, like playing around then, so I was sort of going to go back and then keep trying to push that. But then, yeah, I think COVID threw a whole spanner in the works, sort of saw what was on this side of the world with travel. And, at the time then it was 20, 30 quid, 40 quid return tickets to like Amsterdam, Spain, stuff like that. And I was like, didn't really get to travel because of COVID and all that stuff. And I was like, geez, I've got to get back over there and just like live it up and make the most of all that while I can. So, yeah.
I'll never forget TJ because he turned up and he was one of those players, and he's still like it, Max. You'll have seen it. Just put him into training, and he trains the way he plays, like fucking graphs. I remember watching him on the training pitch, thinking, "Yeah, this boy's got it," and like just never eased up, just kept on going, like ran fucking silly numbers like you wouldn't believe, and it was.
You used to hate people like that, Ryan. You always said you hated people who come into training really hard and do everything really, really well.
Yeah, I did, but not good C's. Can't say the C went too well.
I went hard on the off field as well. Is what you're trying to say? Didn't you?
Exactly. He was just as hard off the field as on the field. So had a soft spot for him right from the off. But, and he's still like that now. So fully deserved, mate. Fully deserved. And that leads you on to obviously playing for Scotland. But how excited are you? Obviously, if picked for the autumn tests to go up against the All Blacks potentially.
Yeah, huge. Like this last year's, well, I guess you could say last year's international season was, amazing. Like just to experience all of that, and especially being at Glasgow when you have 15 guys who are like all in the international squad and go, and they'll hear all the stories about Murrayfield, and even being over there, going to all the games. Like I'd been to a lot of games as a supporter, like throughout my whole time there. So to then go experience it was just like unreal. I think I've spoken about it before, but like the anthems, getting off the bus and like walking in, like just goosebumps. And pretty much like most of the games I played were home games. So I got to experience that like a lot. So yeah, like already having that break from summer, thinking about like the autumn internationals and then like the games coming up, like yeah, I'd love to be involved in that. And then especially the All Blacks, like last time when Scotland played, they almost got the job done as well. And I think they've got like a new jersey and stuff, like 100-year Murrayfield jersey coming out for it, which I've seen, which is like looks like unreal, like the old thistle like patch on it, like gold embroidery, like it's really, really nice for that game. So I think, it'll be really special. So I'm hoping, to get up and get involved in that stuff again, which would be pretty cool.
I forgot you've been on that summer tour as well. We've not debriefed fully on this. But,
back to your adopted country, bro, Fiji.
I was jealous. And then obviously back and you played the Maul All Blacks as well.
Yeah,
Uncle Colin.
Yeah.
How was Formsy?
Yeah, it was a bit standoffish. I wasn't playing that game, but the boys tried to give him like some shit, and he was like real serious. They were like, "Oh, what the hell? I've never seen Cole like this before."
I think that was the other reason you fit in so well, because there was like guys like Squigs, Nick Grigg, Cole Forbes. Like we had some good Kiwis as well.
Yeah, there was a good crew there, like Aki and stuff as well. Ratu. There's a good crew there for a while, which slowly got depleted.
Yeah,
they slowly culled them off.
Danny Wilson, just pull. How good times.
Yeah,
absolutely brilliant, TJ. Well, look, we won't keep you any longer. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat to us. Hey, best of luck for the rest of the season. We'll come and check back in with you, and hopefully we'll come in. Well, we are hoping to do a show up at Murrayfield for that All Blacks versus Scotland game. So
nice.
Let's catch up with you then as well, and we'll be supporting you from the sides. But best of luck for the season, mate.
Thanks for having me on, boys, and all the best. See you
TJ,
soon.
look after Max for me. I'm worried
I
about
will, bro. I will.
Strap in tomorrow, big fella. See you
Yeah,
then.
we'll get a little bricky in early, bro. See you there.
man.
Hey, have you ever seen a man that shredded though? Really?
Never. The trainers just like froth him as well. They're like, he gets on the body scan and they're talking me through mine, because I haven't done one with them before. Like, this is this, and they're like, so we'll pull up Max's because this is obviously like, excellent standard, like uncomparable. But we'll just have a look at his numbers. So like you got something that everyone's sort of aiming to. Like, that's never going to happen. Like, but they all love him there. So he's the glue. He's the glue of the club, I'd say.
Oh, mate.
Oh,
Dude,
that's
that's too much. I really appreciate that, TJ, but that's too much.
TJ, some man.
Right, lads.
Much
Catch
love.
you in a bit.
In the third season of this epic podcast, this ridiculous podcast, we'd like to thank our sponsors from day one, the great people at Wolf Craig Distilleries. Their loyalty has not been undervalued. And Ryan would like to talk about one of their new products.
You can head over there. What is the website, Max?
wolfcraig.com.
They have brought out a beautiful 14-year-old deluxe blend triple sherry cask. I actually went to a lovely event the other night where Richard Patterson, OBE, the man that made it, talked about the bodegas in St Andres, wherever that is, that they've been distilling these beautiful, beautiful, mature notes. I had no idea what was going on, but it tasted bloody nice, boys. This 14-year-old, you can jump over to the website, which is wolfcraig.com, and it's only £95. So head over there. There's also a Maul or Nothing bundle you can get. So yeah, big thanks to Wolf Craig Distillers for being with us from the beginning and still with us.
Doggies up.
Brilliant. Well, that was none other than Scotland superstar Tom Jordan. What a boy, guys. What a boy. What a luck. How lucky are Bristol, Ryan? How lucky are Bristol to have him now?
Mate, you like the Swiss Army knife is perfect because he can do a bit of everything. 10, 12, 13. I'd like to see him on the wing as well. Like sits in at 15 nicely. I didn't watch any of the preseason stuff, believe it or not, Max, but I'm guessing he went pretty well. And he is a handsome bastard, isn't he? He's a good poster boy for the club.
But he's also very keen on the argy bargy, isn't he? He can run it. He can run the pill straight if he needs to. But he's also got
league-esque, right? League-esque.
Yeah, very league-esque. That's so true. Like real grunty, something real grunty about him.
High knees. Like when he goes in, his knees get higher and higher.
Yeah, have that.
How big is he, boys?
He's big enough. Yeah, he's a big, rangy human. Yeah, avatar body.
He's got a bit of everything. So, no, they are lucky. I'm looking forward to it, to seeing him go. I'm guessing we'll start on the Prem. We'll try and tick off some of that. There's been a few big signings. Where do we start? Mark, you steer us.
Well, let's start. Well, let's go. There's the big chat, of course, is around Newcastle Red Bulls. Let's give Newcastle some due right now because, well, they've had a wave of summer signings. The latest coming in is your old pal, Ryan Sanj, Liam Williams joining up. Christian Wade's going there as well. They've got a lot of people. Who do we think, quietly lining up some blockbuster moves coming up for them? They are going to be more of a handful than in the past few years, don't we think, Max?
Oh, man, they've signed some really solid sort of starters, squad players. Not even just the big names. It's just like there's just been a few guys. They've like Hodgson, Freddie Clark. They've just add ballast and strength to that pack. McGuigan's back there, brilliant hooker, skipper, and then obviously Amanaki Maffey, who I think from my time at Bath, mate, real problem, that bloke. Especially if you get him the ball, get him carries. He's always going to be successful. He's just such a freak show athlete, and he's got a serious ticker on him, like big work ethic. Yeah, they're going to be a real handful. And then you've got like finishers like Sanj and Christian Wade.
How good is that? Liam Williams, I'm buzzing for him to be there involved. But just the whole thing around Newcastle Red Bull now, it's exciting, isn't it? It's like
it's good for this. It's good for the comp. Very good for the comp.
It's so good for the comp. It's good for rugby. Like you love to see it. Apparently, boys. Like everything around it. Sponsors that are getting involved, it's like they're asking for a lot of money, but they get access to like all the F1 and all these
That's
like
fun
Red Bull.
stuff.
It's just a cool brand to be associated with, isn't it?
Really, truly is.
A little bit. He's like, oh God, I'd love to be involved, but also like I've heard they've done some cool stuff around. I think they gave every ex-player that has played for Newcastle, I'm pretty sure they've given every one of them a season ticket or something like that. So they come along to the games. They get like the old boys back. They're trying to like grow.
Your mate Mike McCarthy said that, right? He was up there as well. I think he got a shirt and everything.
But I mean, you wouldn't want that bloke near anything. He's just an absolute lunatic. But yeah, so they're doing good things, and I'm very excited to see how they go. Let's look at some of the other players. Arundel is back at Bath.
Yeah. Arundel is in. That was also my signing for Bath, who should be interesting to see. Obviously, he had a quiet sort of campaign down at Racing, but with a team like Bath, where we get to see the full attacking prowess of King Henry as he was donned when he made his England debut, certainly a highlight reel player. Lots of sort of evidence of his brilliance. Can he kind of reclaim that and consistently do that for Bath? In a team like that, there should be no doubt that it can be done.
Lenny Cattell kicking about down at Exeter, am I right?
Yeah, Lenny Cattell down at the Chiefs, he'll be huge. Him and Hooper coming in from the Wallabies, both off the back of strong campaigns for the green and gold. So they'll be huge for Exeter. Obviously, coming off the back of that kind of pretty disappointing season for them, they'll go a long way in like sort of spearheading that campaign. And then you've got for sale, I was going to highlight the great and all powerful Nathan Jubilew, who's come in from the Harlequins Academy. The hooker he's dynamite.
Good.
At the back end of that Harlequins season, he was doing all sorts of like madness. Real freak athlete, sort of brilliant strength. Big guy, like 113 clicks in the middle of that huge front row. He's going to love the Sales brand of rugby. And then you've got Leicester, obviously Rabs.
Rabs is back.
James O'Connor.
Oh my God! Did you hear the whole dilemma with him? He kept way over it. Finally walks in and turns up the training, and he's like, gets a phone call. Sorry, boys, we're gonna have to get him on. We'll get him on. We promise we'll get him on. We're starting with a big number 10 in Tom Jordan today, but we will get Rabs back on. James O'Connor. He's back on a flight, straight back, right?
I know that is nightmare fuel. Can you imagine?
Wow, not if you're trying to build up.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's fair enough. I guess it's okay for some. But yeah.
Oh, that is a good one. Yeah, looking forward to seeing that. I am looking forward to seeing that. And we'll have to have a catch up with him. So it's exciting, isn't it? It's exciting when a new season comes around. You start to have a little look at who's signing, who's going to go well. Should we make some mental predictions now? Do we get it really wrong now?
Let's do what we do best, which is not predict anything correctly.
I'm going to say Newcastle to finish top 4.
No. Come on now.
Come on, man.
Really? You actually being you're like genuine, or are you just being like?
Nah, genuine. I think they could finish top 4. I reckon all the hype around it, all the players they're signing, like how they're building it up. I don't know. Have they changed their facilities and all that sort of stuff? They probably have. Like they've got some big old injection of cash. It's amazing what the money can do. So there's my wild one for you, boys. Them making the top 4. And Exeter finishing rock bottom again with no wins.
With no wins?
I'm joking. Not no wins, but they didn't finish too well last year. I think Exeter will end up close to the bottom again. Max, what you got? What you got for me?
I haven't got any outlandish claims like that. I was just going to sort of say my top 4 and maybe a dark horse.
Go on then.
Go.
Can we? This isn't really a dark horse, but statistically it would be because they finished 8th. But I'm going to say Saints dark horses.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on now. They got to.
It doesn't count, does it?
They got to the European Cup.
They got to the Champions Cup final. Yeah, it's
they
like
beat Leinster.
It's like a light horse, a light kind of shadowy horse, not a dark one. Okay, my top 4 is going to be St. Sary's, Bath, and Bristol Bears. Yeah, I was going to say that. Don't worry.
That's the attitude into the new season.
That is my
Safe
top four.
mid-table safety is what we're sort of aiming for. So
Yeah, just a nice modest campaign. Stay in the middle. No, that would be my top four.
Predictions corner. There we go. Now let's move our way over to the URC and let's start. Ryan, you go again to give Max a bit of breathing room. Who are we looking out for? Who are we happy? The players that have come in. Who are we excited about seeing in the URC?
Oh, well, not to make it all about me, but boys, there's exciting things happening over in the URC at Premier Sports. Max Laheath, they've given myself and John Barkley our very own Friday Night Lights show. Friday Night Lights with Wilson and Barkley. They've done away with the presenter. It's just us running the show.
Okay, so give me are you both sort of creating that as well, like the format?
We are, we're just sort of running with it, doing what we want. So
what are you gonna do? Are you gonna do that thing like where you guys sort of go through like drills and show like attacking examples of how these teams break down other defenses, etc.?
No, it's going to be a lot more fun, a lot more forward thinking. It's going to think like food challenges against fans. So it's like I'm going to be testing out the food stalls and things like that. That's what we want.
Yeah.
We don't want.
I feel like you haven't pitched any of this to the to the
trust me, the producers are pitching it to us. He's completely nuts, boys. I need actually any ideas from anyone. You guys can wade in, load into the comments. Give me some ideas on what you think we should do. Like we're almost thinking like pundit versus punter, and it's like I know I could race someone or I could have a food challenge against someone. We're changing it up. We're going to do some different things. John Barkley's seriously worried because he's obviously a lot more polished. I'm looking forward to the chaos, and that's what they want. So, yeah, the URC is back Friday night. Glasgow versus Sharks. I'm going to have to get that right. But, yeah, we are running the show. In terms of players, boys, a good friend of the show, Big Angus Bell, Ulster. Looking forward to that. Big Belly. Augustus, he's moved over to Ulster actually as well. Ulster needed a little bit of something. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they go. But the big one has to be Pollard. Pollard is back to the URC. He's over to the Bulls. They've made 3 finals and still haven't won anything. So I don't know. Is this a hot take saying that the Bulls make it to the final again and still don't win, still choke? We will see. But biggest of all, obviously, Geordie Barrett last season over to Leinster. He's gone. Rike Ioane. I am intrigued to see how he turns up. And I think, if I'm right in saying, Leinster play against Stormers away first on Friday, one of the first games up. So maybe we'll get a glimpse of him. So they're exciting things in the URC, boys. But more importantly, the Wilson and Barkley show is going to be hilarious. Tune in if you want, because things could go seriously wrong.
For anybody who hasn't seen, there's a very good clip of you guys being you're interviewed by my friendly colleague at the BBC, Connie, who asks genuinely, how hard do you think this will be? And Barks, looking very casual and not with an element of tongue in cheek, says, I've always thought when I see you guys doing it that I could do it. Looks pretty easy, the job that you have. And I just thought, brilliant. I love it.
We had a run through Ibrox, all of 10 minutes of it. We went down Ibrox, do a dry run. 10 minutes in, they're like, oh, there's something wrong. Sorry, guys, you're going to have to leave now. And we're like, oh, good. We've had 10 minutes prep to become presenters on live TV. So what could go wrong, Max? What could go wrong? But the URC's hotting up. I'm hopeful for Glasgow. There's not been a huge amount of signings. They brought Dan Lancaster in from Racing. So I think we'll see him get a run out. Another Tuipulotu in the mix, Sione's younger brother. He's over now playing. He's a hooker, so that'll be interesting to see. Obviously, we've got a few of the Lions back. Hugh Jones injured. He's had a little lop. But there's a fair few of those boys coming back in. So we'll see how Glasgow do. But you can't... I just think the Bulls again, boys, they just get stronger and stronger. And there's in terms of coaches, actually, we'll talk about the other coaches. I'm just flicking down here trying to find the roster that the Bulls have pulled in. Janse van Rensburg from Montpellier, back row, he's back. Paul de Voet from Stormers, he's come across. Andre Pollard, as I mentioned earlier, Jan Serfontaine. Curtly
Oh,
Harris has come back from loan, obviously in Japan. They're looking pretty dangerous, boys. They're looking pretty dangerous. The big question that everyone's asking is how the Welsh team's going to fare. We're yet to see. There's been so much debate around all that sort of stuff. But yeah, URC back up and running, boys. Back up and running. Max, you got any wild claims? Anything going to happen out there? What did you say? Edinburgh finishing below Zebre? Oh my God, you have all that.
Max. That's,
No, I reckon Edinburgh.
You're going to get killed for that.
I reckon they're going to improve, genuinely, and I think they'd had a strong campaign.
Who's their captain this year?
Maggie, big Maggie.
Can you believe?
Unbelievable. Second time round. Don't mess it up this time, big fella. How good.
I forgot about that.
Wait. What happened? What?
I don't think it's not really the place to say on a podcast such as this, but I'm looking forward to it. I think he's come on leaps and bounds in terms of that sort of maturity. I think he's going to be a great figurehead for the club. Real talismanic presence. Had a huge campaign last year. Mate, I'm so happy for him, genuine. So good for him.
Yeah, but people like him, right? As in, right? You guys have both said like he's a great lad, and when your captain is a great lad, it does tend to be a positive influence, right? It doesn't always need to be the most natural leader if it can be somebody who people really like.
Oh no, he's got the leadership qualities there. It's just but he is also like an absolute joker. But I think that's an important part of his personality, and obviously the coaches understand that. And you're absolutely right. Sometimes leading it that way is the best.
Yeah, and he'll do that in the way he plays as well. He plays pretty tough. He goes.
Yeah, he's a hard-nosed, hard man to stop. Big class.
Max Lee, if it is time, we're going to our 5 minutes of randomness. So, Mark, have you got a timer close by? Please set a timer for 5 minutes.
I will set a timer.
And we'll start the timer from now.
Mm-hmm.
Max, we don't fully know what this is going to be called, but it is a 5 minutes of randomness. Wade into the comments. Let us know what you think it should be called.
Give us a good name. Let's give us a good name.
We want to do it every week.
Minutes of madness.
Throw some topics in there. It can be anything. It can be anything, but straight off the bat, it's the easiest one for me. How much are you using Chat GPT at the moment? Because I use it for all aspects of my life. You're shaking your head. Mark, you're involved in this as well. Boys, I cannot believe how good Chat GPT is.
It's not, it stops you from thinking. It's the best, worst thing ever.
What you mean? You reckon that's?
It stops everything because you no longer need to think. I was trying to write an email, a very simple email that my whole life I would have written, and I basically put the first line of what I would write into Chat GPT, and it made the email for me. And I was like, oh, great. I don't even need to think about the email.
I know it's slightly spooky, isn't it? Because basically what's going to happen is this is going to be an atrophy of thought. Like I reckon at this point, or in the last 5 years or 10 years or so, human IQs are now plummeting.
Yeah, we will de-skill, we will de-intelligentize whatever our way of doing it is going to be. But the worst part is also the one that I trained a few for on Maul or Nothing, and when you ask them the questions, it's very much aware of our tone of what we do, of everything about each of you guys individually. It made your two animals when we were asking what animals was the ones that were completely the correct ones.
What's the weirdest thing you've used it for? What is the weirdest thing you've used it for? Mark, Mark, why are you going to weird? I haven't got access.
No, because I've used it for some of the most ridiculous things.
Like what?
No, you go. You've got something in your mind.
No. Ryan, I've used it for so what I'll do is I'll prompt it to be really specific in terms of I'm quite into Jungian sort of psychoanalysis. So what I'll do is I'll get it to go through a lens of that. So I I'll do a lot of dream analysis on it. So I'll look at my dreams allegorically through the subconscious, through the lens of a Jungian psychoanalysis.
What?
Yeah, it gives you a complete...
Yours is so much deeper than mine.
It'll give you a full debrief of so this could represent this, and this represents this. And then it'll ask you questions about your life off the back of that. And then you got to be careful because you don't want to be therapized.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You don't want, because it gets... I did a similar one with our show, asking it how improvements, and then placing different people on a board that would decide. So I literally was started with like Steve Jobs. It was like Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. What would they do to improve our show? Gradually towards like Kim Jong-un, just to see for like banter. Like it's with, but just down a rabbit hole, being like, this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. If I was presenting Maul or Nothing to a board that was made up of an executive chairman that was, Kim Jong-un and Pol Pot and people like that, and you're like,
you could even go into the sort of fictional characters. Ryan? What have you been using?
I'm just sort of looking. You can go back and look through it. I'm just looking at jet lag recovery tips. That's something I used it for. Turned out it wasn't jet lag. Child cost in the UK. What does a child cost on average in the UK? Which is, by the way, it's like fucking 20 grand, and I got 4 of them. It cost me an average.
Have you checked how much richer you'd be if you'd done 3, 2, and 1?
Yeah, well, not yet, because I didn't really want to make them feel too bad. I've actually got there's a lot of stuff to do with the golf podcast here. By the way, that episode with Andy Powell coming out this week. Shameless plug, but make sure you look out for it. Stuff to do with speeding fines, speeding ticket advice.
Legalese and stuff.
Yeah, but that is perfect. How to beat a speeding fine, because you can write a letter and then submit that, and it literally is incredible to do that stuff.
And then the last one, becoming a millionaire. How do I become a millionaire is what I wrote in there. So mine's a little bit less, but I'm telling you now, boys, it's changing the world.
It's said about like people are like sort of marrying their companion, sort of their Chat GPT companion. There's like cases of that.
What? Like here, for example,
marrying, but
let's ask it something. Let's ask it. What do you think of the Maul or Nothing show?
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Chat GPT. Hope you're well. Just a quick one. I want to ask you, what do you think of the Maul or Nothing rugby show? Okay, transcribing. I see. Do you talk to yours, Max, like that, and then it just transcribes it for you?
No, I haven't done that.
The hosts, Max Leaf, Ryan Wilson, Mark Edwards, have really good chemistry. It comes across as a genuine rather than overly polished. The tone is gritty, passionate. They mix humour and serious rugby talk in a way that feels natural. They don't try to hide controversies or tough issues. There's some frankness, which is always welcome in sports media. And it goes on and on. I mean, it's how the fuck does it know that?
Mate, it knows everything. You can rank it against other. I've done that. Rank against other podcasts. I've ranked myself against other TV presenters where I sit in the global landscape. It's unbelievable.
Tell us what you're using Chat GPT for, people. Tell us what you're using it for. But I think
let us know.
It's not the deepest tactical manual, but it doesn't try to be. It's more about feeling involved in the rugby world, what players are up to, the coaches' selections, controversies. If you feel like being in the mix of rugby conversation, it's definitely worth a follow.
There we go. And that's what you should do. Follow, subscribe, like. And I've just thought of another ChatGPT thing I'm going to do later, which is going to be ranking where you both, like, who are your peers in the rugby world? Like, where do you sit in terms of like props in the Prem over the last 10 years and back rows in the URC over the last 10, and see like, where do you sit? That's interesting.
Perfect. Next week, I reckon we should just get it to write the script for next week. We'll put in who we've got on, write us a script, and we'll stick to it and see what happens. And next week, I want you to come back with anything. I can't, now that I've heard what you've just been putting into ChatGPT about analysing your dreams.
Do you know what I also really like about it? Like learning history and debating history. So like what I'll do is I'll study a thing and then I'll challenge it and be like, how much of this is fabricated by the ones who won this conflict? And then it'll go.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you're down this huge rabbit hole and you're just like, and it's actually really, that's where it's handy for exercising thought, I find. Because then you get
need more than 5 minutes for this segment.
Yeah, we've already gone way past 5 minutes. My only thing is be polite. That's the other thing. I catch myself being polite because when they inevitably take over,
they'll have the whole record.
Like,
they'll have the whole.
They'll be like, "You were kind of a bit of a dick to me over the last 10 years, and you never said please." So I'm like, "Please, thank you." Yeah,
God.
mad, right? Absolute madness. In any case, that was our crazy 5, now turned into 6.5 minutes of inane chat around Chat GPT. Give us your subject for next week. That'll be fun. And let us know how you are all have been getting on and how you've missed us as well, because we have missed you and it's strange not getting lots of notifications on comments on our YouTube and Spotify and our Instagram and all those wonderful places. In any case, a huge thank you to Ryan, and a huge thank you to Max as always, and to the one and only Tom Jordan. Max, sorry, was there something you were about to?
Would like to congratulate Jonathan Josephs on a fabulous career. He's just announced his retirement. Absolute legend of the game. I was fortunate enough to be there for a large part of that journey. It was an absolute pleasure at most times to live with the man. Hell of a career. Congrats, big fella. Huge innings.
Did you like his?
Do you reckon at some point I should come out and retire?
Still available. Newcastle Red Bulls. Worcester. Come on in. Ryan Wilson.
I'm still not retired. I've not done one of those posts yet. We
No,
should
no.
do.
It was in limbo, wasn't
until
it?
you hit 40. Let's do it for your 40th, right? And we'll just be there, be like, I finally decided to hang up the boot. But it was funny in JJ's sort of retirement speech when he said he's been told by many of his friends and ex-pros and current pros that he should retired absolutely years ago.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of self-awareness in that, in some of those statements.
That was brilliant.
Also, good luck to England women this weekend against the plucky Canadians.
Come on, Canada! Come on, Canada!
We want Canada.
No, of course we want Canada. Of course we want Canada.
Let's go, come on, guys.
All the chat I've heard about it. Oh, it just won't be acceptable if England don't win it. No, I want Canada to win. Come on, Canada.
Surprise, surprise. Also, better national anthem, let's be honest. Oh, Canada,
Blame
right?
Canada. Blame Canada.
What about that one? You don't get to hear it.
Yeah, don't hear it. It's an absolute banger. Banging track, that. So they win my vote for that one. In any case, huge thank you to you all for watching. And thanks to our sponsors, NordVPN, nordvpn.com/Maul, MAUL. Get yourself some free months on us. We love you all, and we will see you all next week.
It's good to be back.
More or nothing.
Who's calling you? Tell them to go away, Mum. Go away.